Hey everybody, welcome to this week's Game 7 Weekend Preview. I am your host, Brian French, and we are happy to have you with us. We've got another big weekend of Game 7 baseball in the state of Missouri and also another big weekend in the state of Tennessee. In Missouri, we have down in Springfield, Mo, we got the Golden Spikes going on down there. It's a one-day tournament over in St. Genevieve, Missouri. They've got the Rivertown Splash, and it's great to see Game 7 growing into these markets, into these great baseball markets. It's going to be a lot of fun watching those things grow and get bigger, get better. I mean, it's really good. It's really good. So, speaking of Springfield, though, we've got some news that we're going to be having a lot of fun with. We're going to be traveling next week with Dave Penning next Wednesday for a special event down in Springfield. At Hammons Field, we're going to be doing some video work for a game being played right after the Springfield Cardinals are finished playing, between the 14U Rawlings Extreme, coached by Don Rogers and Coach Eisen, and Travis Zarecki, the Game 7 director in Southwest Missouri, has put together a 14U All-Star team from the Springfield area. We're going to be going down there and doing some filming of that game. We're looking forward to being a part of that Game 7 event. And they're also going to be featuring some of the players are going to be throwing out the first pitch, some other activities. I believe there might even be a parade down there. I'm not quite sure, but we're looking forward to it. I was talking to Dave Penning the other day, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So another great event happening, a little bit of an all-star game going on there, a lot of fun. It's neat to see what Game 7 is doing across the state of Missouri. I think they're doing a great job. So also in St. Louis, the Missouri State Championships are happening. And in this state championship weekend, we got a featured event. The 13U St. Louis Force Elite Invitational is happening. So before we get started into all this, though, son, Justin, I wanted to bring up the fact that Mr. DeYoung finally got the Cardinals a win yesterday. Hit a 2-run home run, broke the 1-1 tie, and we got a win, 3-1. Woo!
Got to stay above 500.
Man, we swept the Cardinals, come back and lost big to the Reds, but yesterday we won, so hopefully, that's actually 4 out of 5 games they've won. So, we got to keep going, Cardinals, keep going, Cardinals,
Getting back
keep going,
on track.
Cardinals. That's right. Hopefully the pitching will hang in there, get the bats going, and go Cards. So, and one other thing, last night, the big win, let's go Blues. I still got my hockey mullet working, and I think it's working. I think that, 3-2 lead in this series going back to Boston.
No, going back to St. Louis.
Come back to St. Louis.
Yeah.
Come back to St. Louis. That's right.
Home.
They need to win this one at home. Let's do it on the home ice, yeah? Big parade. Man, it would be awesome for the Blues to win their first Stanley Cup championship at home, on the home ice, right in downtown St. Louis. I think it would be big. Let's go Blues. I'm pumped up. I'm not even a hockey fan, and I'm pumped up. I think this is great. I think it really is great. I'm really pulling for the Blues. I've watched more hockey in this playoff series than I've watched in my whole entire life. It's the truth. And because I've enjoyed it, it's been a lot of fun, and really enjoyed watching the Blues this postseason. They're a really good hockey team. They're a grinded out team, aren't they?
Oh, definitely.
They will pound you into the boards, man. I mean, physical. It's just physical hockey, boy. Woo! So let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
Thank you. I was waiting for that. So let's get back into our baseball now. We got the 13U St. Louis Force Elite Invitational, and it should be a great weekend of baseball in this Invitational. We're going to take a look at some of these teams here. This is all major. I think there's one AAA team in here. But you've got this CE Force out of Kansas City coming in. The Illinois Sting, the Jefferson City Vipers Black, and the Missouri Bulls in here at the top starting this off. Now, I know these first three here, the CE Force, Illinois Sting, and Jefferson City Vipers Black, they're all first-timers in Game 7 baseball. This year at least. They may have played in the past, but this year, this is their first venture into it. So we'll see what they're about. Missouri Bulls are 3-0 in Game 7 play. You got the Missouri Gators, Coach Craddock's team. They're 7-0. The Rawlings Tigers here, St. Louis, Coach Jaworowski. I know I butchered that one. Coach, I'm sorry. I really am. That was terrible. They're 7-3 in Game 7 tournament play. That was bad. My bad. And then we have the Rawlings Tigers Black. Coach Oswald's bringing his team in for the first time into Game 7 play this year. The Springfield Cardinals out of Springfield, Illinois. Their first venture this year into Game 7 play. St. Louis Prospects are 3-0 from their Bunny Blast tournament play. And then, of course, the St. Louis Force Elite, Coach Sal McGee, who has helped Game 7 put this together, the invitation, inviting these teams in. They're 4-0. And, wow, I think this is going to be a brutal, brutal battle all weekend. These teams we'll see who comes out on top. It's going to be a good one. So looking forward to that, seeing where they're at. And if you look at the Game 7 rankings, just on the national, this isn't Missouri, this national rankings, you got Craddock's team on top. You got Coach McGee's St. Louis Force there in the 5 spot. You got the Rawlings Tigers. Unfortunately, the coach's name I butchered. And right there at 7-3, they're number 3. And so we're going to see how this all fleshes out. The St. Louis Prospects, Coach Brian's team, that's 3-0. They're right there. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll see who moves up in the rankings. So let's get back over to our main event, the state championships this weekend. The 13U division not only has AA teams, but they have AAA major teams there just in the state championships. We're looking at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 teams in the AA division in the 13U. Coach Terrell is bringing his 314 Apaches. They're a good squad there. The St. Charles Capitals, a Slava team, coming in there at the 13U. Missouri Bucks, Rawlings Tigers, Rawlings Extreme, the River Bandits, the Falcons. I believe that's what I thought. That's the 13U team coming up out of Springfield, Missouri. The Wanted, we've seen that group there out of Jefferson City, Missouri. Got some great teams. Missouri Bucks out of O'Fallon, Missouri. They were 1-1 in the spring SmackDown. So we've got some good teams. The River Bandits coming back into play here out of Scott City, Missouri. Looking like a really good event. The St. Louis Bears, the St. Louis Tigers, who they're 5-1. They were in the Show Me Slam, the I-70 Showdown, the Mother's Day Classic. Looks like they were there but got rained out, of course. So they're out of Fenton, Missouri. And so we've got some good stuff going on here in that AA division. In the AAA major division of the state championships, another good, we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 teams. St. Louis Gamers Blue, the St. Louis Pirates, they are, looks like 2-3 from the Spring SmackDown, the Cinco de Mayo team out of Columbia, Illinois, coming into play. A couple of Rawlings Extreme teams, the Rawlings Tigers, the Extreme, Coach Smith and Coach Gibson bringing their teams in. Midmo Express coming out of Ashland, Missouri, coming over to play in the state championships. You got the Junior Statesmen. That's Webster Groves, Missouri, here locally. So you got the Junior Statesman. That looks like it's a feeder program for Webster Groves, probably high school. The Missouri Gators, Coach Hansen, got his team in there. And again, the Red Rebels out of St. Louis, Missouri, AAA squad. So good quality. I mean, look at that. That's 10 teams there. 12 in the AA state championship. So that's 22 teams right there. Plus, it looks like the 10 we have. That's 32 teams just in the 13U division this weekend for Game 7 baseball. That's going to be a really good weekend of baseball there, folks. We want to recognize right here our partner Cool Bats. If you're looking for a trophy bat or an individual or team commemorative bat, go to coolbats.com. Check out what they can do for you. Jeff Jones does a great job, and we have our state championship Cool Bats award right here that we're going to be giving out this weekend again in our Spotlight division. We got the top award right there, the state championship logo. We got the Cool Bats logo, the REP, the Game 7 logo. Great stuff they do. I think it's really cool. The award's given out to an individual who reflects character and commitment to the community, both on and off the field. We had a great one last weekend. I thought it was really great. Perfect timing. Did a great job winning last week, and want to give a shout out to Coach John Nant, who, when we talked about this, he said, you know what, I got a group of guys here. I don't want to give it out to one individual. He said, if we can give it out to the team, that's what we would like to do. So we did it, didn't we? And I think that's awesome. Shout out to you, Coach Nant, for that right there. Appreciate you guys. Thanks to Cool Bats for sponsoring this award. And our Spotlight division will be the 7U machine pitch. Now, I know you think, how do these kids character? Hey, this is a great time to be teaching these young players about these values, about, character, about how you win, how you lose, commitment to the community, both on and off the field, school, all these things. If we're starting to teach these young guys what it takes at this age level, right, Justin?
That's right.
And the machine pitch, then that's what it needs to be. I really believe that. So we're going to take a look at our Spotlight division this weekend, the 07U machine pitch in the state championships. They're going to be played out at the Woodlands Sports Complex this weekend. So that's where we'll be. We're going to be out filming at the Woodlands Sports Complex on Sunday afternoon. I know the 11U's out there. Oh, just there it is. There's the reminder. Check your ticker. We've got all the venues there. What age group is playing where? Correct, Justin?
That's correct.
In the state championship, if you look and see what your age group is, it'll show what venue you're playing at. So check the tickers going along there for this weekend here in St. Louis. That's St. Louis only, folks, just so you know. That's we just want to make you aware of that. 7U machine pitch. We got the Bandits baseball. Matt Shadow, his group over there doing a great job. Central Illinois Swing. They always do bring good teams over. Central Illinois Swing group there. Gamers Academy. St. Louis Gamers, another great group of folks. Matthews Dickey Knights. The Boys and Girls Club, want to give a shout out to those guys. They work hard. They do a great job helping those kids learn the game of baseball. We met the 9U group back at the early part of the season, didn't we, Justin?
Yeah, we did.
And they got some good kids on that squad. Shout out to Matthews Dickey Knights, Missouri Gators, 7U, Karen Brock coming over, the Missouri Gators Navy, and the St. Louis Prospects. There's a lot of great club teams right there in this 7U machine pitch group, and I know that these are groups that consider commitment, character. when they're teaching these young kids the game of baseball. It's going to be a fun one. We got some good matchups early on, starting on Saturday. Sunday, we'll be out there. You got some semifinals starting early with the championship game finishing up at 3:40 p.m. So looking forward to that being our spotlight group this weekend, and going to be a lot of fun out there with those young kids. I'm looking forward to it. I really am. Gotta love the little guys, man.
It's so cute.
I remember when my son was playing at Machine Pitch. We had a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun. This weekend, folks, we have a total of 179 teams playing in Game 7 tournaments in the state of Missouri from Springfield. Travis Zarecki and his group down there doing a great job. To the Rivertown Splash, the St. Genevieve RiverDogs doing a great job there. To right here in St. Louis, Missouri, Dave and Dave. And we have 105 teams playing. You got that logo up, right, son? Tennessee. Got a great tournament down there. Jody Witt does a great job in Tennessee. If you want to travel to a good tournament, that's one to do. She does a great job down there. They've got 105 teams in their tournament down there this weekend. Shout out to you, Jody. Great job. That's a total of 279 teams playing this weekend in Game 7 tournaments. And I know from Dave and Dave, Jody, Travis, all the guys, all the directors from Game 7 Baseball, a big thank you for your support of Game 7 Baseball. And want to just remind everyone, how many umpires it takes to play that many teams in a weekend. It's a lot, folks. It's a lot. So when you're out at the venues this weekend, take the time. Hey, man, say thank you to an umpire. It's a long day. It's hot. We're getting into the dog days. It's going to come June. I know we've had a lot of rain, but, man, it's starting to heat up. The steam is getting there. And I know that usually rises the collar of the coaches, too. The steam, the competition. Remember, folks, we're all out there for the kids. And we all know that there's going to be a call or two missed. Hey, just for instance, at the professional level, they're griping right now in Boston about that missed call, the tripping.
Oh, big time.
That was the big to-do. It happens at every level. Those are professional referees, umpires. A call or two gets missed, and it's tough, because everybody is competing. We all know that, but remember, everybody's working hard, just like those officials are working hard to provide opportunities for us to play this game, and that's what it's about. We understand that there will be a call or two missed, but remember, guys, they're out there. It gives us the opportunity to play the games, yeah?
That's correct.
Yeah, so give them a thank you. We appreciate it. It's going to be a great weekend of baseball, isn't it?
Looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it. Absolutely. So, hey, remember, from all of us here at REP, enjoy the games. Have a great day in the Lord. And we'll see you guys at the ballpark.